Welcome to the largest AI event in the world. This is Dreamforce 2023, and you are watching Dreamforce Today. I'm Soledad O'Brien, and I'm so glad you're here with us as we kick off Dreamforce 2023, the biggest customer event in the world. Whether you're joining us in person or online, get ready for 3 days of innovation and inspiration. In just a few minutes, CEO Marc Benioff is going to take the stage to deliver the main keynote. Now, everyone's an Einstein. We're going to hear him talk about data, AI, CRM, and trust. To get us started, I'm pleased to be joined by a team of experts who will help guide you on your Dreamforce journey this week. Jillian Bruce is a Principal Admin Evangelist and VP of Marketing. Carolyn Bathauer. Ladies, so nice to be back with you in San Francisco. All right, let's begin. Jillian, I'm going to have you start us off. What will we hear today?
Well, we're going to hear about AI, no wonder. I mean, that's the theme kind of the next 3 days, but it's not just AI. You know, we are amidst an AI revolution, but we're also in the middle of a data revolution. We've had more data than ever before. And so what we're going to hear is really how Salesforce is leading with AI and data to transform CRM and really lead the future of business. And of course, it all is centered around trust.
So Carolyn, let's talk about trust, because that's really one of the themes. There are so many questions that I think people very, reliably ask about how do you trust AI, how do you keep your data safe, how do you keep your data secure? What will we hear about that today?
Well, you're going to hear a lot about trust, but at the foundation, Salesforce has been the leader in predictive AI for CRM for years. We launched Einstein in 2016, and we're now processing over 1 trillion transactions per week. Talk about trust with data. And as the technology is evolving, it's going so rapidly, we want to make sure we're having a solid conversation around the impacts that technology has. And so that's why it's really important to partner with a customer, or partner with a company like Salesforce.
So we know that Salesforce is supercharging the customer experience and of course a company's productivity with generative AI. And then of course there's lots about Einstein. I heard the phrase, everyone's an Einstein. There's a big giant sign as you walk in that says everyone's an Einstein. What exactly does that mean?
Okay, well when it comes down to it, really what it means is that if you use Salesforce, whether you're an end user, a business user, an admin, a developer, because our AI products are built natively in our platform, you're going to be able to use it. You're going to be able to be an Einstein and deliver productivity to your job. And that's really kind of the whole value of the Salesforce platform, right? Is that AI is not new to Salesforce. Carolyn, you said we've had it since 2016, but it's built into our existing platform. And so everyone's going to be able to have the tools and they have the skills that they need to really be an Einstein and deliver AI productivity to their work.
Thanks, Jillian. You can be part of the conversation on social media. Just use the hashtag DF23. And right here on Salesforce Plus in the chat for most of you watching, you can ask questions right below, and we're going to work to answer them right here, live. There's a lot you do on Salesforce Plus to enhance your Dreamforce experience, so sign up for free and take a look. The campground is in full swing, bringing all of the AI innovations to life with customer stories and demos and much, much more. Over the next couple of days, we're going to bring it all to you. But let's start off with a little stroll, because if you thought Dreamforce was big last year, and it was big last year, well, wait till you see it now. Take a look.
I'm Marissa Cranis. Trust is in AI is a central theme you'll hear throughout Dreamforce. Over the next few days, we'll hear about IT and MuleSoft, sales, commerce, service, marketing, Slack, Tableau, and AI solutions for every industry. We'll hear from some of the biggest names in AI, key voices shaping the conversation, all of that, and a special performance by the Foo Fighters coming your way. Let's take a look at what's ahead today. The main keynote is moments away. Right after, we'll be back here with more Dreamforce today. We'll break it all down for you, highlight the big announcements, and dive into the key takeaways. Later today, we'll hear from Tableau with reimagining analytics for the AI era, followed by broadcast exclusive insights and deep dives. The IT keynote will show you how to use trusted AI to build your customer 360. And we'll hear from AI innovator Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, in conversation with Salesforce CEO Marc Benioff on the future of AI. Speaking of trust, trust is everything. It's Salesforce's #1 value, and it is built into every customer solution. Recently, we heard from VP of Product Marketing, Sanjana Paralekar, about the power of trusted AI and data. Take a look.
We know that trust is the #1 concern for companies looking to deploy generative AI. And there's so many things to address, from hallucinations to bias to data privacy. And that's why we created the Einstein Trust Layer. The Einstein Trust Layer enables you to get value out of generative AI without worrying about or sacrificing trust with your customer. So here's how it works. Let's say I'm in Sales Cloud and I want to create an outreach email to my customer. At runtime, that prompt of creating an outreach email is grounded in my customer data. Now, a large language model is only as good as the questions that you ask it. So by grounding this prompt in data about your customer, you increase the likelihood that you get a useful result. Once the prompt has the right customer context, all of that information is masked before being sent to the large language model. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Our zero retention data policy ensures that your Salesforce data is never stored outside of Salesforce. And remember, all of this is happening at runtime. So for the salesperson who's eager to just send that outreach email, this is all happening seamlessly behind the scenes. The email is created and also generates a toxicity score and an audit trail for the end user to consider before using that email with their customer. Now with Einstein, you're also never starting from scratch, because we know the jobs to be done for CRM based on your department or industry. We've built prompt templates to help you generate the best outcomes fast. And we also give you the ability to create templates to maximize their use across the enterprise. So now that you understand what the trust layer is, let's take a closer look at how grounding in customer data can be valuable to your end user. Now let's say I'm a sales executive who has just been handed a new account. Einstein is there by my side to make me as productive and successful as the most seasoned account executive. I'm given a pre-populated prompt template for a common task that I need to complete as a sales executive, like writing an intro email to my customer or even a get back in touch note to promote a new event. Now, Einstein will automatically ground that generic prompt in specific customer data and generate an email that is tailored to my customer. And there's my email, all without having to write the prompt myself. Now let's say I want the prompt to also take into consideration additional information on the customer that might not be in my CRM. Data Cloud enables every customer to access all of that customer data, from website engagement data to health data to telemetry data. Einstein can ground in this information too, and make this prompt and the email created for my customer even more tailored. Now, all of this happens in an instant. No going to my marketing team for context on the best event, invite to my customer, or looking up the status. An extremely manual and tedious process for salespeople. And Einstein is able to use customer data and generative AI to make this seamless. Now, AI is just one piece of the equation. Your data strategy is an incredibly important part of getting value out of AI. So let's walk through how you can create a single source of truth for your customer with Data Cloud. We first connect to all of your data sources. whether that's customer 360 data, third-party data from sources like Google Cloud, web and mobile data, or even legacy systems, and so much more. Now, companies typically have hundreds of applications and systems that they use to track customer data. Data Cloud makes it easy to connect to all of these sources with out-of-the-box MuleSoft connectors, so you can create that full view of your customer. But connecting your data is just the first part of the story. Data can still exist in a variety of formats. For example, your customers may be called contacts in sales and service, but also referred to as subscribers in Marketing Cloud. With a number of clicks, Data Cloud can help you harmonize this data, no matter the format, into a common data model. And together, these data models create a single customer graph or profile of your customer. This gives you that true 360-degree view of every single customer. Now, this is my favorite part of how Data Cloud works. You can take all of this unified data and activate it across the entire Customer 360 and third-party applications, which means the use cases across your organization are truly endless. You can power smarter AI with Einstein, you can automate manual processes with confidence using Salesforce Flow, and you can even explore and visualize data in Tableau and unlock those real-time insights for your business. Put simply, Data Cloud helps you connect and harmonize all your customer data so you can personalize every single interaction.
We're just a few seconds away from the start of the big keynote in our moments remaining. Give me a sense of what you're expecting to hear.
Well, we're going to hear, again, a lot about AI, but I think the biggest thing we're going to hear is how Salesforce is really leading the way, right? By using AI with combination of data. I mean, we have more data than we've ever had before with the drastic increase with compute power in the last few years, and so it's really exciting to see, well, we're going to see
And we're going to go right now, if we will. I'm going to take you to the keynote room. You're going to hear from Salesforce CEO Marc Benioff. Take a look. It looks like I've been able to buy us another 30 seconds. So we just heard AI is what Jillian is telling us. Obviously, Marc's keynote is going to be all about trust as well.
Yep.
We know that undergirds all of it. What do you think we're going to hear?
Well, I think first, the customers and the community, they trust us. And so listening to their stories is really going to help everyone understand what trust truly means.
We know, I mean, when we report on AI, I think it's often framed as like risk, which obviously in any business that's there. How do you balance that conversation of risk and also being able to leverage a really interesting customer experience?
Well, I think, kind of what Carolyn said, we're doing this together. And so we're really focused on listening, using our active listening skills as a company to understand what challenges our customers are facing and also what their concerns are. I work directly a lot with Salesforce admins, and their number one question right now is, how is this going to affect my job? And we're listening, and we're trying to address things that they're concerned about, and also really trying to innovate technology in a way that's going to help them and put humans at the center, again, of everything that we're doing with AI at Salesforce.
Security, clearly. I mean, I know that's a piece, oops, sorry about that, there goes my pen. A piece of trust is obviously how the security actually works.
Yeah, and so Salesforce, security and trust is our number one value. And so it's always been something we have made sure is ingrained in all.
And I'm going to stop you right there because it looks like we're going to go right to the keynote room. We're going to hear from Salesforce CEO Marc Benioff. Now, everyone's an Einstein data plus AI plus CRM and trust.
Calling all trailblazers. Yes, there is magic in the air. Can you feel it? It's everywhere and in everything. And it's available to everyone. We are at the dawn of a new era where data, AI, CRM, and trust help you connect with customers in a whole new way. So everyone can be an Einstein, where you can talk to your CRM and it can talk to you on a single platform with a 360-degree view of every customer. But we have to ask more of AI, don't we? Because if AI is the Wild West, well, who's the sheriff around here? Questions about governance and values, about trust and the safety of our data, about customer success, so AI's purpose is always clear. Responsible innovation paired with ethical use, committed to equality, and mindful of our impact. Because when we get this right, and we will, the sky is the limit. We can make a world where AI does what AI does best, so we humans can do what we do best, and continue to prove that business is the greatest platform for change. This is Dreamforce, where innovation, entertainment. So raise your hands in the air, because it is gonna be, extraordinaire. No, this ain't gonna be like any other Dreamforce. Welcome to the biggest AI event of the year. Welcome to Dreamforce. And now, our CEO and Chair, Mr. Marc Benioff.
All right. How was Dave Matthews, huh? Was that great? Was Dave Matthews great? Yeah. And I love Matthew McConaughey in the morning. Wakes me up, kind of gets me going a little bit. You know what I mean? It's what I need for Dreamforce. I need to all happen together. How are we doing? Good?
Very well, brother.
Great to have you here.
Good to see you.
Hey, great to have all of you here too. Fantastic. Woo! Yeah, all right. Get up here, do a little stuff. Okay. Calm down the energy. Don't know what Dave Matthews has left behind exactly, so got to keep it a little bit mellow. All right. We have a great presentation for you today. We are thrilled to be able to do this keynote for you. It is totally exciting. We have been on the road all over the world, presenting this, practicing it, preparing for this moment. We have a great group of people in this room, and we have millions watching us online as well. We want to welcome them, and we want to say aloha to all of you. We want to welcome everyone to San Francisco, our home, and we hope that you have a great time here and a safe time as well. And we're going to have nothing but great things to do for the next few days. And tomorrow night, we got a great party put together for you. Look, I am going to try to entertain you, to motivate you, to inspire you, to energize you, but there's something I have to do before any of that. Do you know what it is? I have to thank you. Thank you very much. I have to thank you. Mahalo. I have to thank each and every one of you for what you do for us every single day. You know, we've been on these stages now for 25 years all over the world. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of good days, there's a lot of bad days. But let me tell you this, it's because what you have done for us that we are here today. And we are deeply grateful for that. And we start our presentations at Salesforce with gratitude because we know who got us here. It was all of you. This is your company, we know that. This is your conference, we know that too. And we are here to serve you, and we are here to improve your lives and your companies, and we're here to do whatever we can to make it better. So please call on us and help us. But let us first say to all of you, thank you so much. Mahalo nui loa. And we have a fantastic Dreamforce put together for you. It is incredible who we have showing up here at this conference. Usually we have great entertainers like Dave and incredible visionaries, but a new chapter is open this year in AI. We all know that. It's amazing what's happening in AI. And we just opened the door and said, hey, maybe all of the Time Magazine AI 100, we know people at Time, so it's really convenient, actually. We have the Time AI 100 here. We have amazing experts and visionary speakers. Of course, we're going to have Sam Altman here, who's leading the AI revolution. We also have McConaughey here, and Goodall here, and Rainn Wilson here, and also all kinds of amazing new visionaries that you've never met before. A lot of political leaders here, a lot of political leaders not sure what to do about AI and how it's going to impact them. So we're going to do all that. And we're going to take 3 days trust, a focus on doing good, and incredible programs for you. And as we've gone around the world, one question stands out over and over again, which is this the most sustainable Dreamforce ever? It is. We're doing everything necessary to make this whole conference net zero, to make our company net zero. And so many of our customers have asked, what can they do to improve their footprint? We've built this great product, Net Zero Cloud. We introduced it last year. So many of you are now using it. It's amazing. It's incredible what you're doing with this technology. We're going to go even deeper on that. I encourage all of you to do that. We believe so strongly that we can all go to net zero. We can plant 1 trillion trees. We can inspire an ecopreneur revolution. And we can do a lot of other amazing things in the world to get to fully renewable energy by 2050. And maybe 50% renewable energy by 2030. And certainly where I live, in Hawaii, I'll tell you that is our goal, and we're getting very, very close. Now, this is an amazing company that all of you have created, and it's been amazing what all of you have done for 25 years, but look at this. This is unbelievable. The 3rd largest software company in the world. 3rd largest software company in the world. Can you believe that? Incredible. Wow. Yeah, it all happened in this room. It all happened in this room. And with the right values, we're going to talk about that in innovation and philanthropy and ethics. It's the 3rd largest software company in the world, except for in one place, Japan. And in Japan, it is the 2nd largest software company in the world. Japan just passed Oracle, and they are now the 2nd largest software company. Salesforce, stand up, Japanese. Oh, wow. Stand up, Japanese. Wow. Very good. Here we go to our connection. Thank you. Domo arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you very much. Ohayou gozaimasu. That means good morning in Japanese. Please thank our Japanese friends. They are amazing. They have a new Tokyo Tower in Japan. It is on the grounds of the Imperial Palace. It is a beautiful place. If you're going to Japan, stop by. It's awesome. So thank you to everyone in Japan for coming and for all your great leadership and for creating the 2nd largest software company in Japan. It far exceeded our expectations. You know, we did this not just with this huge focus on growth, but we also did it with a huge focus on values, our core values of sustainability, of equality, of innovation, of customer success and trust. And we're going to hit all of those things in today's keynote. You know, these values, I'll tell you, we've gone through a lot of good times and a lot of bad times in the last 25 years. just like all of us do. It's life. You know, business is a lot like life. But here's the thing that's interesting. Those core values really came to us and got us and kept us on the right side. That's been amazing. And we have really been inspired to believe that business is the greatest platform for change. That is awesome. We've been able to take these values and, 25 years ago, we put 1% of our equity, 1% of our profit, 1% of all of our people's time into a 501c3 charity. And today, look at this. Almost $700 million of giving has happened. 8.3 million hours of volunteerism, 54,000 nonprofits run for free on our services. This is where I get to say, if you are with a nonprofit or NGO, would you just stand up and be recognized? Stand up, all the nonprofits and the NGOs. You're not with a commercial organization, you're with a university, a nonprofit, NGO. Stand up and be recognized, please. And for our commercial customers, please help them. Please help them be more successful. These are great opportunities for you to volunteer, to get involved, to make these things happen. We're also giving another $20 million today to our public schools. We love how to do that here at Salesforce. That is hundreds of millions of dollars to our public schools, about $150 million here to our San Francisco and Oakland public schools. And let me tell you something about that. Public schools need all of our attention. They have had a really difficult decade, okay? And how many of you are part of public schools? I went to public schools. Everyone here go to public schools? And, I went down my street, literally walked 3 blocks down my street, Presidio Middle School, knocked on the door like this, got the principal to open the door. He's like, "Who are you?" "Marc Benioff." "Why are you here?" "You need anything?" "I don't know." "You want to walk me around, show me what you're doing at the school?" "Sure." Shows me around, whatever. Playground was there. My mom went to this school, Presidio Middle School. The playground is the same playground that was there when she was there. Is that amazing? Is that amazing? And here's the thing that's really cool. I said, yeah, we'll do a new playground. We'll do this, we'll do that. And then I tell this story to try to inspire you so that you'll go out and work with your public schools, so that you'll go out and you'll try to do what you can do to make your schools better. This is now a moment where we hear about things like the homeless, or we think about public schools, or what's going on in our local cities. We all have a choice when we walk down those streets. One, we can look at them and go by, or we could look at them and say, there in the grace of God goes me. And we can say, I can take this forward. Love thy neighbor as thyself. This is an opportunity to do it. I love doing it in my business. I hope all of you will adopt these models too. This is an incredible moment for all of us. And we're going to celebrate this tomorrow night when we get to Dreamfest, where we have raised $100 million for our local public hospital. Our local children's hospital has benefited from Dreamforce. And we have raised now more than $100 million over the life of the contract. Incredible. And that makes Salesforce in an unprecedented position here in this beautiful city of San Francisco, my hometown, where we've given more than $100 million to the children's hospitals and more than $100 million to the public schools. And we are very proud of that at Salesforce. And I know we have a lot of entrepreneurs in this audience and watching us all over the world. I hope this inspires you to not just build a great product and build a great market and own your market share, which is very important, but to take care of the rest of the world too, to improve the world also, and to use your power and to use your technology and to use your leadership in ways that can make the world a better place. Now at Salesforce, we have a vision. We're moving forward. We want to help our customers connect with their customers in a whole new way. We know that, don't we? We do. And we've had great market share. Look at that, #1 CRM. Not a bad market share chart, right? Not bad, okay? At the same time, we recognize technology is also moving faster than ever. We've seen that over and over and over again, from the cloud to mobile to social to this data explosion that we're experiencing now, plus now this burst of artificial intelligence. Nothing like any of us have ever seen before. It's got everyone's attention, right? Have we all been on ChatGPT? Raise your hands if you used ChatGPT this year. Everybody's hand goes up. How many of you on Bard also? Raise your hand. Only a few more. It's amazing what's happening with AI. It's incredible what's going on. How are you? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. We also recognize something very important, that we're in this AI revolution. It's going to impact who we are. It's going to impact how we operate, but it's going to bring us back to our core values. We know that we're in this AI revolution. For those of you who have been attending Dreamforce for 10 years, you've been seeing this emergence of Einstein and this predictive technology. Salesforce already is the #1 artificial intelligence platform used around the world. Incredible. Not just in Japan, everywhere actually. But what's amazing is this generative wave have really started now. Now we're in that about 9 months. And the generative wave is happening around the world. And we're about to hit another wave with autonomy and with agents. And we're eventually going to get to artificial general intelligence. We've all seen the movie Terminator and Minority Report. Minority Report was even written by a Salesforce employee, Peter Schwartz. There's some good parts of those movies. There's some not so good parts of those movies. I don't know which parts of those I really want to have happen, but it's our values that are going to guide us to those directions. And that's where we have to start thinking about, what are we doing with this technology? You know, it comes back for us here at Salesforce, at this Dreamforce keynote. Hey, we're going to the customer 360. We want a single source of truth of our customers. We've been putting our data together, our networks together, our applications together. We're going to talk about that. It's been a wave of innovation over 25 years, no question. It's amazing what's happened with the innovation. Organic innovation, things we've built at Salesforce, inorganic innovation, things we've bought, the way we've been able to put it all together. But now, it's squarely about one thing, this AI opportunity. There is no question that this AI opportunity is going to change everything, and probably anything. And for all of us, we have learned in this room over 25 years that what we do matters. The decisions that we make in terms of how we shape how our companies are using these technologies is very important. We can see we can have higher levels of customer success and productivity and growth and transformation and strategy with this new technology. There's no question. You can read the reports from all the great management consulting companies. You can look at all the technology things. It is going to radically change our landscape. Everything is going to shift. At the same time, like a lot of new technologies in our industry, there appears to be this thing called a trust gap. Somehow, there might not have been as much trust built into these technologies as you might have expected. Not unusual in our industry. But we realize we've got islands of information that are out there. We're working with these LLMs. Where is this data going when I'm using my LLM? Where did that data just go, or that query? What is happening? Well, it's ingesting, it's gone. It's using it to get smarter, and you'll never see your data again. Not exactly how we operate in the enterprise world, that these LLMs are hungry for our data. It's how they get smarter. The LLM companies are just algorithm companies. They only work when they have data. And the data that they get, mostly they've stolen, where they just go out onto the net and get whatever data they can get. And the next set of data they want is your data, the corporate data. That will make them even smarter. But so many CEOs and CIOs and CTOs I've spoken to all over the world say, whoa, I'm not ready to turn over all my data to these public LLMs who are going to try to make all my systems smarter. It's really an interesting thing. The other thing that's really interesting is that these things are good, but they're not great. You know, you get a lot of answers that aren't exactly true. So you call them hallucinations. I call them lies. Put in my data, put in my question. I like to ask, you know, some of my favorite questions, like, who's Marc Benioff? And I'm like, that's not who I am. That's amazing. But it's very convincing. Like, these LLMs are very convincing liars. They really are. It's amazing. And, of course, they can turn very toxic very quickly. Not necessarily great in a customer situation, not necessarily that great in an enterprise or employee situation. Look, we realize this is a phenomenal opportunity for the future, someplace we all want to get to. We want to build new companies. We want to innovate. We want to build great new applications, verticals. You know, okay, we're going to get some trust in there somehow. You know, but we've got this disconnected data and these different APIs and all these different types of vendors. We're going to have to stitch this stuff together. And will we get trust out of it at the end of the day? Will we really know what we're going to result with? I'm not so sure. And that's why at Salesforce, our amazing engineering team, here's my engineering leader right here smiling. My amazing engineering team and my amazing product teams, they've been saying now for the last 9 months, especially as we go through this next wave into generative, and as we start to head towards autonomous and agents, they said, we need to do something very, very different. Because before we turn all this technology over to you and say that we are going to stand behind it with our values, we are going to add a little something. And what we're going to add that's our marketing team. Thank you, marketing team. We're going to add our Einstein platform. And this Einstein 1 platform, which is what we are going to show you at this show, and what you are going to get your hands on at this show, and we're going to let you get into this technology at this show, this Einstein 1 platform is very excited. We want to build at Salesforce the trusted AI platform for customer companies. That is our mission around AI. We want to build the trusted AI platform for customer companies so that everyone is an Einstein and more productive. But these words are ordered in a certain way because we think that prioritization is important and we think that trust is the highest priority here. We want to turn it over to you, but only with trust. We want to make sure it's integrated. We want to make sure it's intelligent. We want to make sure it's automated. We want to make sure it's low code and no code. We want to make sure it's open. And I'll tell you quite a few reasons why that is. We want to make sure it's integrated because we want to make sure all of the applications at Salesforce are working well together. Mayor, thank you for being here. I didn't even see you here. Thank you so much. Our Mayor, London Breed, is right here. Please give her a hand. We want to make sure they're integrated. I'm going to hit each one of these points and why Salesforce's technology is unique to address this AI opportunity today. Now, this is our life's work. This is our life's work. This is what we've been doing for 25 years. What we want to do is build an integrated platform, number one. So we have these great apps, Sales Cloud and Service Cloud and Marketing Cloud and Commerce and Analytics and Platform. And for the apps that we acquired, we're moving them into our core. The reason why we're moving them into our core is so they can all use our metadata framework. We have found the metadata framework is the key to integration. So that when you write these applications and its resulting metadata, it's all tied together in a smart way. And all the industry applications as well, so that our entire application framework is surrounded by metadata. And then, as we talked about last year, we've built this amazing new data cloud, this incredible new data lake, this incredible new data warehouse that we call Genie, this data cloud. And this technology is amazing. And it's not some separate data cloud on some kind of separate server or all by itself. No. It's a data cloud that's deeply integrated within our technology. So you don't need a separate team to operate it or a separate set of competence. It's inside our platform. And we have Einstein that's not just predictive, but generative and soon to be autonomous with agents and soon to be AGI. And Einstein, though, is also deeply integrated in our platform. And that idea that the platform has AI, data cloud, and all these apps, as well as a platform to build new apps. Because we see a lot of opportunity to build new kinds of apps. And then we've connected Slack and Quip and Canvas and Tableau and Heroku and Google's products and Microsoft's products into our metadata framework so that it can read our data. And MuleSoft to federate the information to other systems. This is really important. This slide is the very simple idea that we believe carries us forward into the future, that gives you the ability to build these next generation applications. This idea that it has metadata that's integrated and shared makes Salesforce fast and easy so that you can create once and run anywhere. That is amazing, and that everything that upgrades automatically. You know, we recently upgraded a cloud application at Salesforce. And when we did it, we had to stop our operations for a month. I couldn't believe it. My executives will tell you, I was flabbergasted. I'm like, everyone doesn't just upgrade automatically the way we do? No. I thought it's on the cloud. It is. But does it use metadata? It doesn't exactly use metadata. Wow. But the data model, the sharing model, the validation rules, the record types, the page layouts, the permissions, the profiles, the codes, the flows, they're all polymorphic. That means that they can flow through the apps and the data cloud, and they flow through the platform and all your applications. So if you create a new field, it populates from the data cloud through the apps all the way to Einstein, that it's all one integrated polymorphic system. That is what we need for this next generation of applications, especially where we're linking AI and data and CRM together at a level like we've never seen before. And for us to do that, we have needed to bring our marketing applications and our commerce applications into what we call our core. We have an initiative in our company called More Core, which is to get more of our technologies into our core. And you're going to get a lot of them here at the show, and you're going to get a lot more in a very short period of time, because once they touch core, boom, they are inside our metadata platform. And once they're inside our metadata platform, well, then we can start to do some amazing things, and trailblazers especially know what to start doing with this technology. And then once you have that level of integration, well, you're going to want all this incredible AI, but you're going to want it with trust. So we've had to build our Einstein trust layer, which is what we're about to show you, because not only do you want to have AI, not only do you want predictive and generous and autonomous and agents and AGI, not only do you want it democratized across all your applications, but you want it inside the platform, and you want it to understand the metadata, because the sharing models must still exist. You know, I recently had a CEO of a bank come to see me, amazing CEO, one of the top 5 in the world. I got this LLM thing figured out, Mark. Don't worry about a thing. I'm taking all my customer information, putting it into the LLM, hitting a button, boom, it's going to be like a Cuisinart. Bam, it's super smart. Like, not so fast. Why is that? Well, number one, we work with your bankers and your executives all over the world. You know, this banker can't see this person's data. Well, I know that. Well, where's the sharing model and what you're doing? What's a sharing model? Welcome to Salesforce. We're going to show you what a sharing model is, so that employees are getting the right data at the right time. It's built in. It has to be built into everything that we're doing. That's what we've been doing for 10 years of this core AI innovation. When we first released Einstein, that was the big idea. We're not looking at your data. Your data is not our product. We are here to do one thing, to make you better. We're here to make you more productive, to make you more successful, okay? We're not here to take your data. We're not here to look at your data. When we released our AI for the first time, the data was black to us. We don't see it. We had to create technology so that the deep learning systems at the time we were creating were able to operate on their own autonomously without us looking at the data. And we have had tremendous success in these innovations in AI over the last decade. It's amazing. You're going to hear a lot about that at the show. And then on top of that, it's not just integrated, it's not just intelligent, we also have this amazing workflow engine as well. And for those of you who have been using Flow, you know how easy it is to have this type of capability. This idea that I can have workflow inside my core platform to build any kind of application. And where we had multiple workflow engines, we brought them all together to have one singular workflow engine so that we can automate trillions of tasks automatically. This is also extremely important as we're going to get to this AI nirvana. If we want to get to the AI nirvana, and we want to rebuild all of our applications, and we want to build these verticals, and we want to do all these amazing things that you read about on these VC blogs about what the future looks like, and you want to bring it in with trust, you're going to need to have these key parts. And you're also going to have to make it available to non-programmers, not just hardline coders. Look, there's less than 10 million hardline coders in the world still. But the low coders and the no coders, the people who can non-programmatically put it all together, these are our trailblazers. And these people are so important to make that happen. Look at that. We've got to make this available in this low-code, no-code way. And we have to keep it open so that all of our partners and all of our ecosystem can participate in this AI revolution. Because if we know one thing, we know it's the trailblazers who are going to lead us forward. And it's the trailblazers who will lead the AI revolution. We already have 11.6 million new Salesforce ecosystems jobs by 2028, a $2 trillion net gain in business revenue in the world from 2022 to 2028. With these trailblazers, they're doing amazing things, 20 million trailblazers all over the world. But we also know that they also must get skilled up in AI for the next set of this revolution. Just like we did when we started cloud, and then we went to social, and then we went to mobile, and we added workflow, and all these things. It's a skilling and reskilling to make us stronger and better as trailblazers. And we have created a $500 million venture fund. For those of you who don't know about Salesforce Ventures, Salesforce Ventures has deployed $5 billion with a 28% IRR, which makes it one of the most, if not the most successful venture capitalists in Silicon Valley. We take venture capital and funding entrepreneurs and funding innovation very, very seriously at Salesforce. And this new version of our fund, this is targeted towards these Einstein applications, because what I'm trying to do is to inspire you to start your own companies like I did, to go create a great opportunity on Einstein 1, building on this amazing platform and sell to our customers all this value. It could be a vertical, okay? It could be a horizontal. It could be some amazing new application that you envision at this show right now. Because we know that you're going to need this kind of capital to move that forward. And one more thing. We also know that this is a trust revolution. This is going to be built on trust. And when I read these blogs and I read the periodicals and I talk to my friends and so forth and so on, you know, the narrative that they have around AI is not the narrative that we have around AI. We have a very different narrative around artificial intelligence. We look at things very differently. And we are not afraid to say things that others are afraid to say. Is that right? My head of AI is sitting right here. Good, I'm glad I have him in the right place. The tenets of trusted and ethical and humane use. Several years ago, we were in this room and we said, you know, technology is about to really change. We need new standards for ethical and humane use. And we created an ethical and humane use officer in our company. We created a chief trust officer in our company way before anyone else, because we recognize at Salesforce, your data is not our product. That is not what we do here. So for a lot of companies that you're dealing with, and for a lot of companies that you're partnering with, and a lot of companies that you're looking at or that you work with, especially on the B2C side and on the consumer side, you know how they operate. I don't have to tell you. I do not have to explain to anybody here. It is a well-known secret at this point of that. They're using your data to make money. That is not what we do at Salesforce. Your data isn't our product. You control access to your data. We prioritize accurate, verifiable results. Our product policies protect human rights, and we advance responsible AI globally, just as we always have, and transparency builds trust. And let me tell you one more point about that. You're going to learn a lot about those principles at this conference. This is going to be very important. We all know, and we all have in our mind, what could happen if this AI thing goes really wrong, right? Do we all understand that? Peter Schwartz is right here. He wrote Minority Report and War Games. He understands, okay? We know what can happen if the AI thing goes really wrong, right? You ever see that movie with the guy Hal in there? Okay, everyone's with me. Let's keep it going in the right direction. And the person who's going to help me do that is my co-founder for 25 years. Please welcome him, Parker Harris, right here. All right, Parker. Make all that happen. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Marc. Well, as Marc said, I met Marc, 25 years ago, Marc. People didn't trust their data on the internet, right? And so as Marc said, when we are going into this new world of AI, we needed to create these tenets. And so we're leading all of you and leading our company and leading our technology through values as we enter this entirely new world of generative AI. But I'm here to tell you how we're going to do that. How are we going to actually take those values and build technology that's going to protect you? And that's why we've built something called the Einstein Trust Layer. You know, when you use ChatGPT and you're entering a prompt and you're going straight to it, there is no Einstein Trust Layer. It's not there for you. You're going straight to that LLM. Well, in the enterprise, as Marc said, these AIs want your data. But we need to protect your data. That is what we call trust. And so when that prompt is getting built, and you'll see some really cool technology of how we dynamically do that. We'll do the secure data retrieval from the CRM system, from the data cloud. We'll do dynamic grounding because we want those prompts to be really relevant at the point that you're using that LLM. But all that data doesn't go to the LLM. We're not going to send PII information. We're not going to send credit card information. We're going to make sure you remain compliant. So all that data is going to get masked that is data that you don't want to go there. And then when it comes back, we'll unmask it if it comes back so that it's protected. And then we have a secure LLM gateway. So it's not just one LLM. We've built over 10 LLMs at Salesforce. We're partnering with companies like Anthropic, Cohere, OpenAI, all these amazing LLMs. And so we have this secure gateway. Could be your LLM as well, by the way. Well, when we go to those LLMs are never going to keep your information. It's code. So they're not going to suck your enterprise data up and train on it and get smarter with your data. No. Our secure gateway is going to protect it. And then when the data comes back, when that prompt comes back with something that's generated, so some really amazing AI-generated email or an automated flow comes back, we're going to make sure that we check it for toxicity, meaning was there a hallucination? Is it toxic? Is there some ethical issue in there? We're going to scan it. And then we're going to keep an audit trail of all of the use of your AI so that you can keep track of how's it going? Is it working? Or are my employees really getting value from it? Are my customers getting value? Are we getting a lot of hallucinations? Are we getting a lot of toxicity? Let's work on that together. But most importantly, it doesn't stop there. It's powering your CRM activities. So how you're selling, how you're servicing, how you're marketing. It is completely built in. It's not off to the side. We didn't say, oh, here's some Einstein, we'll snap it in, we'll have a trust layer somewhere else. It's part of the Einstein 1 platform. It's totally integrated. So it's integrated into your industry apps, into your CRM apps. It's integrated to Slack and Tableau, any application you're using on the App Exchange, any customizations of that metadata framework, it's completely integrated. It's also integrated to that data cloud. We're going to talk a lot about data cloud because, as Marc said, AI wants the data. It really needs the data. You know, in a way, this AI revolution is actually a data revolution because the AI revolution wouldn't exist without the power of all that data. And you have incredible data in your enterprises. You have incredible IP that you want to tap, and you want to take that IP and use it in your use of generative AI. But there's a problem. You're like, well, Parker, the data's everywhere. Parker, I've got mainframes still. So how many of you have mainframes? Anyone have a mainframe still running in their enterprise? The banks, the insurance companies, they have technology that's working great, but it's out there on those mainframes. Or you might be using multiple cloud providers. You might have databases all over your enterprise, and you need to bring it together. 71% of your company applications are disconnected. That's not good. But we want to help you bring it together so that you can use it in your AI, and that's why we have Einstein 1 Data Cloud. As Marc said earlier, it's a hyperscale data engine, but it's built inside of this Einstein 1 platform, and it connects all your data. It's included in all the applications, sales, service, marketing, commerce, industries, everything. It's integrated natively with that Salesforce metadata. It's not a separate platform. Anybody here know how to build a flow? Flows will work on it. Anybody know how to build a report or a dashboard? That works too. Everything works. It's not a different platform. It all works there. And it'll give you the power of AI and unified CRM in all of your customer engagements. And we have over 2 trillion records that have been processed so far per month on Einstein 1 Data Cloud. But that's just the start. That seems like a big number. But many of you haven't used it yet, and you're going to start, and that number is going to increase exponentially. So how does this work? Well, the data's coming from everywhere. It's coming from your CRM apps. I'll do that for you automatically. Don't worry about it. It's coming from your different lake houses. Many of you probably use Snowflake. You might be using Amazon Web Services for your data lake. You might be using Databricks. You might be using Google. We don't care. We're partnering with all of them, and all of those data lakes will integrate perfectly into the data cloud. We'll get to your data through APIs. By the way, MuleSoft is a great technology to leverage to get to your data. We'll bring it into the data cloud. We'll harmonize it. We'll clean it up for you. We'll make sure that there's only one view of the customer, because I don't want to be multiple Parker Harrises when I'm working with a as an individual, as Parker, and I want to see them as who I am right now. I want to see them to see me in real time, so that when I'm interacting in a sales context, when I'm buying something, or when I have a problem in a customer service context, I want them to know who I am and help me right away. Or when they send me a marketing email, I want them to send me something that's very relevant to me. That's the power of data and AI tied to CRM, fully integrated. Okay, I've talked enough. Anybody want to see some technology? Yeah. All right, let's see a demo. And I'd like to bring up Sajna Parulekar. Sorry, I was practicing that earlier. Einstein and Data Cloud Product Marketing. Please take it away, Sajna, and give us a great demo.
Thank you, Parker. Now, I spend a lot of time with customers just like all of you in this room, talking about the data problems that you want to solve. And the number one thing that stands out is that you want to connect the wealth of data that you have in different systems to your critical business actions. The time it takes to do this, it's too costly, It's too time intensive. You want to be able to do this with low code. So let me show you how. Now, the screen you're seeing right here might look like fiction to many of you in this room. I have a lot of rich data being surfaced to me about this unified individual. I have a customer lifetime value score. I have a propensity to buy score. I even have a rich activity feed of different ways this customer is interacting with me across various different channels. But all of this is possible with Data Cloud deeply embedded inside of Einstein 1. And it all starts with connecting your data. We've been talking a lot about low code today, and with no code at all, you can connect to any data within your organization. Whether it's a Salesforce cloud, an external data source like Amazon S3 or Google Cloud, or even a wide variety of connectors with MuleSoft Endpoint Exchange. Now, once I've connected my data, there's an important step. I need to harmonize all of this data into one data model. You might wonder, why does this matter? This matters because when we have data in different systems, it uses different ways and different schemas to refer to a single individual. And when we bring all of this data onto the platform, now all of our data speaks the same language. Now, many of our trailblazers in the room today have been building powerful business process automations with Salesforce Flow for years. Now, you can trigger those same flows with that dynamic, rich customer data and company data using a matter of clicks. You just choose your Data Cloud triggered flow. You can bring in that unified information that I showed you earlier and bring this unified data to powerful workflows like this proactive service alert you see here to provide excellent customer service. And it doesn't stop there. With Data Cloud now on our powerful metadata framework, all your dashboards get better and are now real time with all of that customer information. All of your applications get better too. So I've shown you how to build this with low code, but I want to show you how you can activate it and surface this data to all of your business users as well. Because with Data Cloud in the Einstein 1 platform, all of this data across all of these systems is immediately available in any BI tool. So what we're showing you here is Tableau Pulse. And Tableau Pulse makes it easy to surface insights and information to any of your business users. Now, insights like this usually take some time. They take time for your data team to do some complex ETL and data processing, and then visualization. And by the time that data gets to you as a business user, the insights are stale. But with Data Cloud and Tableau working together, I can simply make these insights available to all of my business users in real time. And I can simply ask questions of my data with a simple conversation. Now that is the power of Data Cloud deeply embedded in the Einstein 1 platform. Back to you, Parker.
Yay. All right, thank you, Sanjna. So, if Data Cloud's fully integrated, if it's going to make your customer interactions richer, if it's going to power all of the AI, you all need it. Every single one of you needs it. And we want to make that really, really easy. That's why I'm so excited to announce that Data Cloud is now free to get started. You get up to 10,000 profiles to start exploring. Yeah, you should clap for that. This was actually very hard technically. Thank you, Srini. Thank you to the entire engineering team to make this possible. This is not easy to make self-service. Basically, Data Cloud and analytics are now self-service for you. You can get started for free, and that's going to be amazing. All right, the AI revolution is a data revolution, but it's also a customer revolution. And who better to talk about the customer revolution than David Schmeier, our president of product. David, take it away.
Thank you, Parker. Hi, everyone. As Parker said, the AI revolution is definitely a customer revolution, and we're all here because it's all about the customer. And we use Einstein every day to run our business and our worldwide forecast meetings, to manage our leads, to do our quotes. And we decided, let's ask Einstein, how can we even take it to the next level? And how can we connect with our customers in entirely new ways? And the answer is simply astonishing, one of the greatest innovations in the history of the company. Introducing Einstein 1 Copilot. Because now everyone's an Einstein, and you can be more productive with a Copilot in every single app. It's really, truly sensational, and it's built on all the innovations that we talked about earlier. So this metadata framework, and we've listened to you to make the #1 sales app and the #1 AI service app and marketing and customer service and commerce and industry applications. And so we've listened to you, and now this helps you in the flow of work with step-by-step guidance in every single application. So this is a big, big deal. The data powers the AI, and the AI now powers your customer experience. So let me unpack this for you a little bit and tell you about this. So Einstein 1 Sales, the #1 AI sales platform, just got better and stronger with Copilot for Sales. So now you can look at all of your leads and have it automatically prospect for you. Now it can automatically set up meetings for you. Now it can transcribe the meetings for you automatically and even send out those action items. And it can generate the quotes, the proposals, and even the contract language right there for your sales team. So your sales teams will never be more productive than they will be with Einstein 1 Sales. This is a big, big deal. An Einstein 1 Service, the #1 AI service app. So now we've taken data and AI and infused it into our Copilot for Service. This gives you automatic responses and answers to your questions. So your CSRs are automatically up to date with the latest about your customers, the latest about your products, and they have the answers on the fly, and they can respond to the customers and automatically generate the answers using the channel of their choice: email, SMS, mail, chat, whatever that communication channel that your customers really care about. And now your marketers have never been more productive. Marketing automation was typically also an art as well as a science, where people that were really smart could custom craft these segments of lookalike customers. Well, now with segment intelligence, and with the Copilot for marketing, this is all created for you automatically. It's really amazing. You got to go see this demo, and I would recommend go seeing the demos at every single one of these cloud keynotes that we have tomorrow, and a few of them this afternoon. And this allows you to take the journeys and the segments and the marketing campaigns and make them that much more special, that much more tailored. It's mass personalization at scale for your entire marketing department. And Commerce Cloud just got that much stronger, leveraging this Einstein AI platform. So now your commerce sites can be put up and generated automatically. They can be designed for the highest conversion rates possible with personalization built in. And there's an incredible demo you'll see of all the product descriptions being created automatically. So I'm a product manager, I'm going to launch 100 different products, and it just creates all of the materials. It creates the landing page on the website. It even creates the literature about these products for the customers. So it really is truly amazing. And these platform services are the secret sauce of all of this. So you're going to see this a little bit later from Patrick. This is all done in a declarative, metadata-driven way with this unified metadata. So you're going to hear about the Copilot Studio. So not only do we give you all these amazing Copilots, but you can change them and configure them and get them to do what you want them to do, which is really amazing. So there's a builder framework that allows you to build the prompts. It allows you to change the skills, and it allows you to change which models that you want to use. This is truly the secret sauce, and please join us later today for the platform keynote to learn more about these capabilities. And we just saw Tableau Pulse, which was really one of my favorite new applications. Dashboards are great. Analytic applications are even better. But who wouldn't love to talk to their data? So now everyone is a data analyst. Everyone can have all this rich data, and the best companies in the world make data-driven decisions. But now you can take the insights and you can drive them right there into action with Tableau Pulse and Copilot for Tableau. In Canvas, we've taken the greatness of Quip and we blended it together with Slack. So now that your people can be that much more productive, that much more seamlessly integrating and collaborating and working together. And this is the future of work right here with Canvas. And so Canvas is amazing. We use it every day at Salesforce. And now you too can use this either within Slack or as a standalone application. It has a huge reduction in the time of work for collaborating and prospecting and working together on sales teams or marketing teams or service teams. And MuleSoft is the world's #1 API management system in the world, and it just got better and stronger. So now with this new platform, Einstein for Anypoint Code Builder allows you to take hundreds or even thousands of applications and integrate them together in one seamless workflow. And we've listened to you and taken Flow and MuleSoft and put them more tightly integrated together. So now you can have hyper-automation at scale across all these different applications. And the skills that are part of these AI models, you'll see later, they talk to these different applications through APIs. So MuleSoft's more important than ever as an integral part of your framework. And finally, industries. This is really, really important. Every digital transformation is an industry transformation, and we want to help you lead your industry and revolutionize your industry with purpose-built applications. So all this AI and all this data, including Data Cloud, the Copilots, the Copilot Studio, is coming to our 13 industry clouds. So now I'm a wealth advisor, and maybe I want to look at the book of business of the customer, and I want to be able to say, hey, they have a certain set of goals, financial goals, life goals, lifelong events, and I can help them buy the right, use the right investment products or the right services to achieve those goals. Or maybe I'm an educator, and I want to have a student information system where every student we want to steward and look after to make sure that they have the right curriculum and the right skills that they learn at the right time. Or maybe it's in the patient services area where we want to make sure that every healthcare patient has an incredible experience. And one last one that's really exciting is we're going to be building a new industry cloud too that takes advantage of this Einstein 1 platform, and it's for all of you in the life sciences industry. We've listened to you, we've heard you, and we're going to be coming out with a life sciences cloud. So it's very, very exciting. Now, we love technology. We love all these amazing capabilities of AI plus data plus CRM, but it's even better to see it in action. And there's no better company in the world to illustrate this vision than Williams-Sonoma. We have Laura here we're going to talk to later, who's become a good friend of the company. And Williams-Sonoma is an e-tailer and retailer. They're truly a leader with world-renowned brands like Williams-Sonoma, West Elm, and Pottery Barn. And we're going to roll a short film to hear a little bit more about their journey to be a digital exemplar on how to treat their customers. So let's roll the film.
At Williams-Sonoma, we tell the story of the shopkeeper. Chuck Williams was inspired on a trip to France. He brought back a dream, and he opened a small shop, bringing those French cooking tools to the United States.
He really built that one-on-one relationship with his customers. And almost 70 years later, we operate by that same ethos, putting the customer at the center of everything we do.
Chuck really cultivated that shopkeeper mentality, and we've been able to effectively deliver that experience in the digital world with AI, with data, with the latest innovations.
The in-house work which we do is indeed a bedrock for Williams-Sonoma's growth.
Our partnership with Salesforce allows us to integrate that innovation and deliver it at scale, securely, reliably, connecting the dots between the B2C marketing space and the B2B space, and really ultimately amplify the customer experiences we want to deliver.
We have this amazing portfolio of brands that allows us to serve our customer in every major event, even the small events of every day.
Customer 360 for us is really about being able to stitch not just their behavioral data and their transactional data, but our understanding about who they are.
Our triggered email program is able to capture what our customers are interested in from a product perspective, but also a life stage perspective. And as our customer transitions through different life stages, our marketing transitions as well.
Data Cloud is where we're layering in our own data science to translate all these signals.
Leveraging all of our data to make sure that we're serving the right message to the right customer. And it's our job to inspire them.
Dreaming about the dinner party, a better recipe for the holidays, a gift that you give. That's the stuff that gets people really excited. If we know they love to bake, we are able to send personalized notes about the latest and greatest baking.
I'm super excited about the era which we have entered, powered by data, AI, and CRM. And I think trust is going to be the key.
Whether it's machine learning or deep learning or NLP, is absolutely transformative. So we're working closely with Salesforce to figure out how do we integrate our own AI capabilities into our marketing programs to take that to the next level.
The better we can personalize our communication to you, the better we serve you. And what I'm thrilled about with Salesforce is that they're helping us do that so much better than we've ever been able to do.
Salesforce has come to the table with a lot of care and focus on the customer experience. We trust them for their scale, agility, and for their performance. It's about building a world of possibilities for our customers.
We're so excited about the partnership, and the best, I think, is yet to come.
Wow, that was an amazing story, and I really love the brand. It's one of the most trusted brands in the world, and I'm going to invite Sanjana back to the stage to really show us how to bring this to life with AI and data and CRM. Sanjana.
Now, as we saw in that incredible film, Williams-Sonoma cares deeply about providing that connected, personalized experience to every single customer across every stage of life. So we're going to have a little bit of fun here today, and we're going to show you all of this in action on the Einstein 1 platform in this visionary demo. But before we get into it, let's give our amazing demo team a hand, Rusha and Callie. Now, to tell you this story, I want to introduce you to Naya, who's a longtime customer of Williams-Sonoma. She's been in their Key Rewards program for 6 years, so we have a lot of data about her across all of our brands. And in this marketing homepage, I have all of this data available to me. I have her customer lifetime score, I have her propensity to buy certain products, and her purchase history across all of our channels. All of this is powered by that rich information in Data Cloud. I even have this real-time engagement feed with all of the ways she's interacting with me across these various channels at Williams-Sonoma. But even for the data-driven marketers at Williams-Sonoma, while this is a dream, it can be a little overwhelming. We need a little help here to digest this data and to act on it. So that's why we have the Einstein Copilot as this new addition. And Einstein Copilot is our brand new conversational interface for Salesforce. And Einstein has been paying attention, and Einstein notices that this prospect, Naya, is actually in the wrong segment. It turns out that she's more of a B2B prospect now than a B2C prospect. We've followed her customer journey. So I'm going to go ahead and update her segment and go to this campaign. Now, as a marketer, I want to make sure that I'm building really personalized content for everyone inside of this segment. And Einstein is going to help me do this too. Now, I want to build an email for these customers, and so Einstein's just going to help me get started with that first draft that I can iterate on. Remember, Einstein's my co-pilot, co-creating with me in this marketing experience. So we see a pretty good first draft here, but we want to add some images to make this a little bit more dynamic. And something that's really cool about Williams-Sonoma is that they've developed their own image generation algorithm. So they can actually bring that seamlessly onto the Einstein 1 platform and have Einstein surface for it here. Now, I want to add a little bit more here, maybe some special promotional items to make this really appealing to this segment. And there we go. Einstein has boosted my productivity as a marketer and helped me create this email campaign so easily. But what about for sales reps? Now, at Williams-Sonoma, the sales reps spend day in and day out in this seller home. And it has all of the information that they need to run their day, from pipeline information to all of those right metrics. And Einstein Copilot is here to help too. It looks like Einstein has noticed an important new B2B prospect that's been surfing our website. Now remember, this is information that would have previously been locked across various systems, our marketing website over here and our salespeople over here. But with the power of Data Cloud and Einstein working together on the platform, this insight is available to every sales rep. Now, I want to make sure I give this prospect a call. But remember, I told you that this prospect has been with us for 6 years. That's a lot of data. And so Einstein can help me summarize the contact information to get me really prepared for that call. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit here, and I'm going to give this prospect a call. And while the call is happening, Einstein is transcribing all of this information and can then summarize it for me and bring that into the contact record. Now, we know that sales reps spend so much time on the phone, taking notes and bringing those inside of Salesforce, but with the power of the Einstein Copilot, we can do this automatically. And Einstein takes it a step further and even gives me this helpful action plan that gives me key actions I can take with the customer. Now, don't be fooled by the simplicity of this screen. There's a lot of sophistication here. I'm surfacing rich PDFs from our design team. I'm surfacing rich context information. And all of this is done automatically with the Einstein Copilot. Now, I found out something pretty exciting on this call with Naya, and she's actually opening her first restaurant in her hometown. And we want to make sure that all the designers at Williams-Sonoma and all of the support reps can help her do this successfully. So let's hop on over to service and see how this is going. Now, the weeks go by, and it looks like Naya actually wants to make a change to her order. She wants to move up the delivery date by a couple of weeks. Now, this can be a little bit of a tricky query for any service rep, let alone a brand new one. But Einstein Copilot is here to help me solve this case. Now, the order you're seeing on the screen is actually coming from Williams-Sonoma's own product finder product that they've developed that manages all of their orders and brings that right into this conversational experience. That's Data Cloud bringing all of that data into this conversational experience. Now, it looks like the chairs that Naya wants actually aren't available and in stock for this particular new date. So we're going to go back and forth with her and work on a solution. So we send her a new chair that seems like it might be a good fit. And it looks like she's actually looking for a more eco-conscious option. So we're going to surface a new product recommendation. And an important thing to note here is that Einstein is both being proactive and reactive. I'm getting proactive product recommendations across the entire portfolio, depending on what Naya wants to see in the chat. And I'm getting reactive reply recommendations that I can easily use as a service rep. And the output is excellent customer experiences, excellent service, and that case is closed very quickly. Now we're going to fast forward a bit, and Naya gets a mobile notification on her phone telling her that her chairs have arrived right on time. A seamless experience, all with the Einstein One platform. Now, Williams-Sonoma is bringing together this entire connected experience in service of making Naya's experience one that is universal across all of their customers. So she has a successful opening, and all of their customers can leverage all of this innovation. Back to you, Mark.
All right. How about a huge hand for Sajana? Well done. Well, that was such an exciting demo, and Laura Alber is here, the CEO of Williams-Sonoma. Please welcome Laura to Dreamforce. Laura, we're happy to have you, and I know you've come to the last couple of Dreamforces, and we're so grateful for the relationship that the company has with you, so thank you for being here. But we thought this year we would love to profile your company and the incredible work you're doing, not just in the B2C space, but the B2B space. And it's amazing how your company's transformed and that you're able to serve both types of these customers. You know, what's been your biggest surprise, Laura, you know, when you're out there kind of developing this next generation company?
It's, first of all, how much time do we have?
2 hours was fine. Just go ahead. We got all the time you want.
You know, as you saw in the video, we've been at this for a long time with a lot of brands. We started a lot of them in our own company, and the innovation and the entrepreneurial culture is really alive and well at Williams-Sonoma. And as much as things change, they stay the same. And service is still the most important thing that we do. And what's exciting about the future is this new technology that's really going to be able to help us serve our customers better and inspire them more than we are able to today.
What's your dream for AI? You and I have had so many conversations about AI, and you've thought about AI in your company and your personal life. What is your dream for AI in Williams-Sonoma? How do you think it can improve your company and its productivity?
Well, let's talk about trust, right? And what does trust mean and what breaks trust? And when you think about things and people that you trust, they are reliable, they are helpful, and they do no harm, right? And so when you think about brands, they're going to win with AI. They have to really add value to the customer's life. They have to serve them better than they did before. And the last thing you want it to do is to hurt the customer experience. And I've been thinking about this a lot, and I actually was pretty inspired by Parker and his resetting of what artificial intelligence really means. And the truth is that when it comes to customers, there can be nothing artificial about the experience. So as we use AI, and we use it to inspire and improve the experience, we need to make sure that it's completely authentic. So I wonder about a name change to AI. I wonder if it should just be called intelligence, or as Parker said, data intelligence. And I think we should stop thinking about the definition as artificial when it comes to the customer experience.
Well, it's a powerful thought. Give her pass it. It's a powerful thought. We've been working with this amazing company in Italy, Gucci. They were so happy they made these shoes that I'm wearing and sent them to me. I was very happy about that, especially because everybody likes free shoes. But we are using Einstein 1 platform with them in their customer service center in Italy. And they thought, oh, maybe we're going to get more productive. Maybe we're not going to need as many customer service or call center folks. But all of a sudden, their team is on Einstein 1. They're using this amazing platform. And what they realized was, wait, our customer service team just closed a deal. Our customer service team just created a marketing campaign. Our customer service team just created a new product. And all of a sudden, they were augmented. They had the ability to be different and better than they had ever been before. And they renamed the entire team Cloud9, which was pretty cool. Do you see something like that happening at Williams-Sonoma?
Absolutely. It's not easy to furnish a home. It's not easy to cook dinner or Thanksgiving. And, there's so many life stages, things change. And when you come upon those big times in your life where you need to buy a new house and furnish it, or move to a new apartment, or downsize, or bring a baby into your life, you need a lot of help. And so imagine if we can use the collective information from other people who are in your situation to better serve you. And it's not just about the selling. It's also about the supply chain and how you can optimize costs and how you can better deliver that to you. And if there is a change, and when you showed the video about the thing having to be early, I started to sweat because this happens all the time. How do you make those changes and do it with a profit? And so what we're seeing is that AI serves us in many different places, not just the obvious ones, marketing and sales, but also supply chain, return logistics, and all those things that add up to making the customer experience really, really wonderful all the way from the beginning to the end.
Well, it's very exciting. Well, Laura, we're thrilled that you're at Dreamforce, and I hope you'll be able to talk to a lot of our customers who are here and inspire them, because we've been very inspired by you, and we're thrilled with everything you're doing between Williams-Sonoma and Salesforce. Thanks so much for everything.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we're going to take a look now, quickly, at the future of artificial intelligence, and we're going to take a look at some of the nuances of what it's going to take to make AI successful inside your companies. We're going to go through some terms and some ideas that we haven't had to really cross these bridges before with you at Dreamforce, but we're going to do it with our new Einstein 1 platform, and we're going to do it with Patrick Stokes. Patrick, where are you? Please welcome him. Patrick Stokes.
All right.
Hey, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Laura. So, look, we have just seen some absolutely incredible experiences of how Williams-Sonoma is bringing AI into every workflow across their business. And we've seen how they're using it with their customers, like Naya, to open restaurants just like this. But if you're like me just a few months ago, your head is probably spinning a little bit. You're probably looking at all of this and looking at Einstein just reacting, and it seems to know everything about your business. And you're probably wondering, how does this all work, right? Is this real? It looks a little bit too good to be true. And it's not. It's not magic. It's just AI. But like the internet maybe 2 decades ago, we have to kind of learn some new terms so that we can get some headspace around how does this all work. So let's do that by just considering what it's like to build an application today. Because when we build applications with AI, it's a very, very different animal. So let's think through this. When we build applications today, it really starts with clicks, or our user interface. Now, our user interface is usually represented by buttons and menus. We're all used to these as individuals. And as an application developer, I have to spend quite a bit of time thinking about the way those buttons look, where I place them in my application, because I want my application to be intuitive for my users. And then behind all of those buttons, I need them to do something, right? When a user presses a button, I need it to do something. And so we just connect buttons to code that somebody has to go out and write. Those buttons just represent instructions on behalf of the user, and we send those instructions into code, which has been kind of carefully written and carefully crafted to receive those instructions in a very specific way and then execute. And then when we execute, all we're really doing, if we really wanted to simplify an application, is we're changing data. We're creating new data, writing data, editing data, or in some cases, deleting data. But an AI application works totally differently. Instead of a traditional user interface represented by buttons, we can have a much simpler user interface, one represented by conversations. We've all seen this with ChatGPT. Just a simple way to talk and to send those instructions in natural language. And because those instructions are coming in natural language, we don't really need code. We just need a prompt. A prompt is just that set of instructions, right? And the real magic is it works because underneath that prompt, we have something that we've never had before, which is we have AI. We have a large language model. And the large language model is capable of doing something that you and I all do every single day without ever really thinking about it. And that's we think and we reason. And so when we receive those instructions via the prompt, we're able to kind of figure out exactly what we want to go do and how to execute on it without code. That's what we do as humans, and that's exactly what a large language model does as well. And then data becomes really important here because as humans, we all have lots of data in our head. We have lots of information and context. And so to make these instructions via the prompts work, we need to give the large language model more data as well. And that's data grounding, right? So instead of a data-driven application, we have a data-grounded application. It's all of that additional context that we want to add into that large language model or into that prompt. Now, to do this with Salesforce, we need something new. We need an entirely new set of tools. And this is what Salesforce has done for 20 years, is we make the hard things really easy. And that's why we're so excited to announce for the first time Einstein 1 Copilot Studio. Now, Einstein 1 Copilot Studio is an incredible new opportunity for all of our trailblazers in the room to help bring all of this AI into their organization. It helps you edit and customize and extend Einstein, what Einstein knows, what it knows about your business, and what it's able to do. And it does that through 2 key concepts called Prompt Builder and Skills Builder, which we're going to show you here in a minute. And of course, Einstein 1 Copilot Studio, just like Data Cloud, is built right on top of our Einstein 1 architecture. It's built right on that trust layer that Parker talked about a little bit earlier. It's built on this idea of being able to connect your own models, to be able to connect models from our partners, or maybe even go build your own model with a service like AWS Bedrock and host that right on top of Salesforce's shared infrastructure. And then ultimately connect that back up to your Einstein Copilot, your skills, and your prompts. Now, I'm going to do something here that I like to do, which is put this clicker in my pocket, because we don't need it anymore, and we're going to show you a demo of how this all works. So here we go. We're going to go right back to that service experience that we saw a a few minutes ago. Now, Einstein has just finished this out. I've sent an email. Is there anything else I can help you with today? And in fact, there is something else I'd like Einstein to do. I want Einstein to just summarize this all for me. So thank you, Einstein. One more thing. Can you please summarize Naya's order status for me? Now, you see Einstein working here. That's because Einstein doesn't know how to do this yet. This is a really simple instruction for you and I as human beings because we know who Naya is. We've just had an interaction with her. We know what she's ordered because we're in this interaction here. Or maybe I know how to go to my order system as a human being to swivel chair over there. And I probably know how to go get some information about the shipping carrier and where her status is, where her order is right now. But Einstein doesn't. So let's fix that. So let's go into Einstein Copilot Studio. Now here we are in the all-new Einstein Copilot Studio. This is where we can build and extend the capability of Einstein. You see we have prompts, we have skills, which we'll get to in a moment, and we have models where you can connect all of those large language models from across your infrastructure. So we're going to get started in prompts. Everything always starts with a prompt. So let's create a brand new prompt here. We're going to go ahead and click Create Prompt, and I'm going to show you how easy this is. So we're going to try to create a prompt that's capable of summarizing an order. So we're going to give the prompt a name, summarize a customer's order status, and we're going to give it a description. Now, something really magical is happening with this description, which I don't think we've ever said before. These description fields are usually throwaway, right? We fill these out just so that we as human beings can come back and find them later on when we want to go back and edit. But that's the important part, because that's exactly how a large language model does it as well. That description is just the instruction. So when Naya asks, or when I ask as a service rep, can I summarize an order for me, the large language model is just scanning through all of the prompts it has, and it's connecting that inquiry to this particular prompt, and it's doing that with just reasoning, the same way you and I would do it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click Create. And now we've created a brand new prompt. And you can see we've taken that description and just put it right in the prompt. That is the instruction that we're going to create for this prompt. So create a concise summary, et cetera, et cetera. And the more instruction we put here, likely the better response we're going to get. But also the more data we put here, the better the response we're going to get. Now you can see I'm putting a little data here. I'm saying the customer's name is contact.firstname. So that's coming right out of the CRM. It's just a simple way to connect data within your CRM. So let's go ahead and test this. So we can go down here to preview, and we can actually just pick a contact right out of our database to see what this would look like. So we're going to pick Naya. And what we get now is called a grounded prompt. This is not yet a generation. This is the prompt that we're going to send to the large language model. And now you can see we have the instruction, but we also have a little bit of additional context. Right there it says the customer's name is Naya. Now let's go ahead and generate a response. Let's send this off to our large language model and see what we get back. It's still not very good. We get a little bit of personalization. We can see that Naya's name is in there, but really, it's not good at all. Sorry, I don't have the capability to access tracking information. So Einstein doesn't have enough context. It doesn't have enough data. So how are we going to fix that? Well, this shouldn't shock you. We're going to use Data Cloud to fix that. So let's jump over to Einstein 1 Data Cloud and look at how easy it is to connect all of this context. So earlier, Sanjana showed us how we can harmonize all of our data across all of our different systems. So we have a harmonized individual model here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create something called a data graph. Now, a data graph is just a quick and easy way to get all of the data that we need into one place so that it can be consumable by other applications. Or in our case, Einstein and a prompt specifically. So we've added sales order data. That's going to be really important context for Einstein to be able to summarize that order, right? Now let's go ahead and click Preview. And this might scare some of you in the room, but not all of you. If you're a developer in the room, this is probably the best thing you've ever seen. This is just a JSON object. Now, a JSON object, now this looks like code. It's not really code. If you look at it closely, we're still clapping over here. If you look at it closely, this is just data. It's just structured data, right? It's not much different than looking at an Excel file full of data. That's really all of this is. And what this does is it makes it really easy to pick this data up and put it right in the prompt. So let's look at how easy it is to do that. Let's jump back over to Prompt Studio. We'll save it first. Jump back over to Prompt Studio. So right now, we've only got our contact.firstname. What if we wanted to add a little instruction there, use this data to generate your response? Well, what data? All of the data that we just created in Data Cloud. So we're going to search for that, and we're going to go down into Data Cloud because it's natively integrated with our platform here, and we're going to pick our data graph. Now, that really looks like a big, ugly statement, but don't worry about it. Let's reground our prompt here, and there's all of our data. And we don't have to put that data into another language because Einstein can just read JSON. It's perfectly capable of reading through all of that data, just like actually I am and some of the people here in the room are, and understanding it. And we have Naya's information right in there in that data, her full information. We have all of her order details right there in that prompt. So now we should get a much, much better response from our prompt. Let's try again. Let's hit generate. Much better. Good news, Naya's order number is 09268, including a sloped vegan leather dining chair. This is exactly the kind of summary, and it's able to do that because we've connected all of that data directly into that prompt via Data Cloud. Super easy. But I want to go one step further. You see, I've got a tracking number there. And what I'd really like to do is I'd like to give Naya some information on exactly where her package is at this moment in time. Now, you might think I'm going to show you Data Cloud again, but I'm not, because realistically, we're probably not going to go query our carrier for every customer order ever, every moment of the day to figure out where their package is. We're probably only going to do that in our time of need. Well, this is one of those times of need. So how are we going to give Einstein the ability to actually go do that? Well, we're going to do it with skills. So let's jump back over to Einstein Copilot Studio. And you can see Einstein Copilot down there on the bottom. Let's edit him. In other words, let's give Einstein something new that he doesn't know how to do right now. You see we've got a few skills here already. We've got a knowledge article skill, a flows skill, location verification skill, et cetera. Let's add a new one. Now, Mark asked me to make this quick, so I've already got one here. So we've got our order management skill. Let's go ahead and click that. And we can see all of the different order management capabilities that we can give Einstein here. Now, I want to point out two things. Number one, again, is those descriptions. Those descriptions are really important. That's how that large language model goes and finds those skills and connects them to the task that our user is asking. But the second thing I want to point out is that what these are just workflows. These are API calls. And the way we're enabling them is with the tools that the trailblazers in this room already know how to use. It's Flow, it's Apex, it's Prompt Builder. These are just the things that you already know how to use. So you don't have to go write something new, learn some new technology in order to give Einstein capability. You can use the tools that have been in the platform the whole time. OK, great. Let's go ahead and add that skill to Einstein. And now let's go back to our service experience and see if Einstein has finished working. So he's still thinking, and let's see if he comes up with an answer here. Boom. Good news. Naya's order is scheduled for delivery and should arrive today. Here is the tracking number. So that is everything that we need. We've given it all of the context, we've given it the skill, and we've used our large language model to reason across these instructions that are coming from this service agent without ever having to write a single line of code or a single decision tree. This really is the power of Einstein Copilot Studio. Now, I could not be more excited about this opportunity for all of you, especially I think we have a whole bunch of trailblazers in the room right over here. This is a massive opportunity for all of you. This is an entirely new way to build applications, but it's not just our trailblazers in the room. Of course, we have over 20 million trailblazers back at home representing 90 million countries. You are all now Einstein as well. We cannot wait for you to get out there and try these new tools. OK. We're in the home stretch now. We've got one more amazing thing to show you all. We've talked about quite a few revolutions here, a trust revolution, an AI revolution, a data revolution. We've got one more revolution to walk you all through, and that, of course, is the productivity revolution. And there is no one better to talk about the productivity revolution than our CEO of Slack and my friend, Lidiane Jones. Liddy.
Thank you. Great job. Thank you, Patrick. Slack is the productivity platform that brings together people and systems to completely transform the way you work. And today, I couldn't be more excited to be sharing with you some incredible innovation that we're launching to our customers. Salesforce deeply integrated into Slack, a brand new way to track your work with Slack lists, a brand new AI-powered platform to empower every employee in your organization with automation. And of course, some game-changing generative AI capabilities. So who wants to see a demo? Great. Before we get going, I want to say a huge thank you to Amy and Callie, who are demo drivers today. Thank you.
All right, here at Slack, we are all about customer love. And we've been listening to our customer feedback and are bringing to life a brand new user experience. This is the new Slack, a new interaction model designed to help you focus at scale. And it has accessibility as a core principle of this redesign. So you have here everything that you already love about Slack, all of your channels, but also new ways to work, a very dedicated view for all of your direct messages, an easy way to keep track of everything that requires your attention, like activities, mentions, threads, reactions, and you can very quickly get back to everything that you want to review later. So we're going to start right here in this go-to-market channel. This is a channel where our team collaborates from product, go-to-market, design, to really get all of our work done towards a product launch that we are going to launch very soon. Now, I've been away from the office a few days, and gosh, there's a lot of amazing information here that I need to catch up on, but it's going to take me a while. How many people can relate to that? I know, but I don't have to worry about that anymore, and you don't have to worry about that anymore, because now, with one click of a button, Slack AI will automatically summarize everything that I have missed. I can now very quickly catch up on recent team activity, as well as key milestones and upcoming tasks that the team is working towards in this product launch. And because trust is our #1 value, I can also quickly drill down into all of the sources that is informing this response. Now, this is pretty amazing. I am caught up. But what if I have a very specific question? Slack Search is already one of the most powerful capabilities that we have in Slack. It unlocks all of your organizational knowledge in one place, all your team's conversations, content, records. And now with generative AI, we're taking it even farther. I can ask a question here about the marketing strategies that we're going to use for this product launch, and I get a very cohesive response that is collecting information from my entire organization to help me understand what is actually happening very, very quickly. And it's even suggesting a particular content that is going to help me with this particular search. Now, this is the power of cross-functional collaboration right here in Slack. But this team is working towards this launch, so how are they actually tracking the work? Now, work management and collaboration are coming together with Slack lists, a brand new way to track your work that puts collaboration at the center of what we do. Teams can track all kinds of work here, from team priorities, project tracking, customer feedback, and so much more. And I couldn't be more excited to tell you that we're bringing this beautiful experience to our customers in a pilot later this year. Now, you may have noticed another exciting icon right here on our sidebar called Sales. This one is one of my favorites. Slack Sales Elevate is here, a beautiful line of business experience built natively into Slack, deeply integrated to Salesforce, that's designed to boost the productivity of every seller. With Slack Sales Elevate, we are on a mission to help save every seller 1 day a week. And if you can see here, a seller can completely customize this experience. You can see top KPIs, all of the notification that matters to me around my opportunities. And if you look at the top nav, we're bringing the power of Sales Cloud and Slack together to help teams stay aligned, but also quickly accessing all of the core Salesforce objects right from in here, like opportunities. I can view all of the opportunities from Salesforce that are important to me, but sellers not only want to view information, they want to be able to take action in all of this data. So with just a couple of clicks, I can update my opportunity. And as you can see here, this is automatically saving to Salesforce in real time. Now I can keep all of my pipeline information up to date, regardless of where I am, because this is a mobile-first experience. Now that is productivity. It's okay to clap. Thank you. But there's more. If I click on any of these records, I can see all of the information from Salesforce right from in here. But I also see all of the team information, everyone who's collaborating in this experience. This is the power of Salesforce and Slack coming together like never before. But I want to go a little bit farther than that. Last year, if you recall, we announced a product called Canvas. You heard David talk about that today. Canvas is a surface for content curation for teams built right in here in Slack. And we're taking that even farther. Canvas, we're bringing the power of Canvas and all of the sales-related information to create sales-specific templates to help accelerate the process for sellers. You can see this can be auto-populated very quickly for sellers based on their needs. We're going to look at this one, the customer briefing. Now, let's update this customer briefing. It's not only a really beautiful framework for content creation. By linking this template to Salesforce opportunities right here, Canvas will bring all of the relevant Salesforce information and use generative AI to bring relevant context from the Slack channel for this account to help me very quickly create the information, including the opportunity data that matters for this customer. This would have taken me hours to put together, and with just a couple of clicks, it is live. Now, this is the future of productivity, and I cannot wait for you to try it. Now, back to you, Mark.
All right, how about a great hand for Lidiane Jones? Amazing. Amazing. Okay. Well, we did it. We've shown you our Einstein 1 platform, the trusted AI platform for customer companies. We showed you how it's intelligent, it's integrated, automated, low code, no code, open. We've hit the whole Megillah, the whole part of it, everything. We are really excited. But this is just the first hour of the show. We are just at the beginning of Dreamforce, aren't we? And now we are starting 3 days of amazing technology sessions, thousands of programs that we've put together for you. And we expect you to go to each and every single one of them, by the way. We've got an amazing event tomorrow night with the Foo Fighters. But most of all, we have all you. So thank you. Really excited about Dreamforce. Have a great show.